Hi and welcome to our lesson on converting fractions to percentages with Maths with Mum. Today we will be using the skills that we have developed in finding equivalent fractions to convert fractions into percentages. A percentage is a number out of 100. Per means out of and cent means 100. They can be written as follows. We'll stop at 33% and look at how this is written as a fraction. 33% is 33 out of 100. This gives us our fraction, 33 hundredths. Here's another example. 89% is 89 out of 100, so 89 hundredths. 1% would be 1 out of 100, so 100th. 46% would be 46 out of 100, so 46 hundredths. So we understand that a percentage is a fraction out of 100, but what if we wanted to convert a fraction to a percentage? Say we were given the fraction 12 hundredths. That's 12 out of 100. We know that a percentage is a fraction out of 100, so 12 out of 100 is simply 12%. Seventy-three hundredths, 73 out of 100, is simply 73%. 2 hundredths, 2 out of 100, is just 2%. As you can see, if the denominator is 100, you can simply write the numerator, which in this case is 2, as the percentage. But what if our fraction has a different denominator? In this example, we have 8/50ths. To convert it to a percentage, we need the denominator to be 100. This is where we will use our understanding of equivalent fractions. We want to find out how we get from 50 to 100 by either multiplying or dividing. To get from 50 to 100, we times by 2. Whatever we do to the denominator, we also need to do to the numerator. So we also multiply the numerator by 2. 8 times 2 equals 16. So our fraction is 16 100ths. We now have a fraction out of 100. So we can easily convert this fraction to a percentage. We have 16 out of 100, so 16%. In this example, we have 11/25ths. Again, we want the denominator to be 100. We need to find out what we multiply 25 by to get to 100. We know that there are 4 25s in 100, so we times by 4. We multiplied the denominator by 4, so we also need to multiply the numerator by 4. 11 times 4 equals 44. So we have 44 hundredths. We have 44 out of 100, so 44%. Here we have 7/20ths. To get from 20 to 100, we multiply by 5. Whatever we do to the denominator, we do to the numerator. 7 times 5 equals 35. We have 35 out of 100, so 35%. Our next fraction is 3/10ths. To get from 10 to 100, we multiply by 10. We multiplied the denominator by 10, so we multiply the numerator by 10. 3 times 10 equals 30. We have 30 out of 100, so 30%. Our fraction is 4/5. In this example, we can add an extra step to make it easier. First, we'll convert 4/5 to tenths. What do we multiply 5 by to get to 10? We multiply by 2. 5 times 2 equals 10. We've multiplied the denominator by 2, so we also need to multiply the numerator by 2. 4 times 2 equals 8. We now have 8 tenths. We can easily convert this to hundredths. To get from 10 to 100, we multiply by 10. Therefore, we also need to multiply the 8 by 10. 8 times 10 equals 80. So we have 80 out of 100, which is 80%. This can also be done in one step, converting straight from fifths to 100ths. 5 divides into 100 20 times. So to get from 5 to 100, we times by 20. We therefore need to multiply 4 by 20. 4 times 20 equals 80. So we have 80 out of 100, which is 80%. Here are some questions for you to try. Convert the following fractions into percentages. Pause the video and have a go. Question 1. 31/50ths. To get from 50 to 100, we multiply by 2. So we also multiply 31 by 2. 31 times 2 equals 62. So we have 62 out of 100, which is 62%. Question 2. 9/25ths. We multiply 25 by 4 to make 100. So we also multiply 9 by 4. 9 times 4 equals 36. So we have 36 out of 100, which is 36%. Question 3. 6/20ths. We multiply 20 by 5 to make 100. So we also multiply 6 by 5. 6 times 5 equals 30. 30 out of 100 is 30%. Question 4. 2/5ths. Again, we can do this in 2 steps, by converting to tenths first. To get from 5 to 10, we times by 2. So we times the numerator by 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. We can now convert from tenths to hundredths. To get from 10 to 100, we multiply by 10. Therefore, we multiply 4 by 10. 4 times 10 equals 40. We have 40 out of 100, which is 40%. Alternatively, we can do this in one step by multiplying 5 by 20. 5 times 20 equals 100. Therefore, we multiply 2 by 20. 2 times 20 equals 40. This gives us 40 out of 100, which is 40%. Thank you for watching. Please have a go at the practice questions provided.